In this video I will talk about the next big game I will create tips and guides for. Dragonsdogma 2. I played the original game and I absolutely loved it. In my opinion, Dragonsdogma was the very definition of what an RPG game is supposed to be. But it had its weaknesses and it also was held back by hardware limitations. Which makes me the more excited now that the original vision of the game directors Hideaki Itsuno can finally be realized. In the few sneak peeks we already got for the game, I saw many parallels to the original Dragonsdogmadarkarisen. I was originally drawn to the game because of the character building. I absolutely love it if games let you get really overpowered if you know how to build a strong character. In Dragonsdogmadarkarisen, it feels like you can become a literal god. You struggle with a boss early in the game, and later on in the game you literally one-shot this enemy, confirming that your build got much stronger. But then I got pulled into the world of Dragonsdogma. It was quite big for the time it was released. It had many POIs, points of interest, you could stumble upon while traversing the game world. All of the POIs had plenty of loot to discover, and every enemy you killed dropped some material that was used to upgrade your equipment. Everything you did felt somewhat useful. Fast traveling in the first game was only possible due to port crystals that you had to set up on your own. Only the main city had a pre-installed port crystal. To teleport to one of these port crystals you had to use a fairy stone. Fairy stones are an uncommon item you will most likely only have in plenty at the end of the game. The quests you got in the main storyline of the original Dragonsdogma felt like you were moving towards a common goal. Nothing felt misplaced. The side quests you could do were all nicely intertwined in the game world and were believable. Some of the quests though were nothing more than collect those items and bring them back to me. But at least they gave you a lot of gold and good weaponry. The character creator of Dragonsdogmadarkarisen was pretty good for the time the game was released. But the character creator of Dragonsdogma 2 seems to be really impressive. It goes so far into detail that you can even remove certain teeth from your character's mouth if you decide to do so. The developers themselves said that they wanted the player to be able to create a character like they would form it out of clay. So this is good news for everyone who likes to sit in the character creator for hours just to get the right look. Normally it is really hard for me to get excited for games nowadays, since so many games let us down lately. But I'm really excited for Dragonsdogma 2 because I feel like from what we saw of the game to this point, it will at least be as good as the original but with better graphics. If you are also excited for the game but you never played the first game, I highly recommend trying it out. I got some recommendations for you to get the maximum enjoyment from the game. Don't try to rush the game and let the game set the pace. Since you will have no typical fast travel options, just embrace traveling through the game world and enjoy the downtime in between action scenes. If something hinders you from reaching your destination as quickly as you were hoping for, don't get annoyed, welcome it. If you should really struggle with games that have downtime in between action, this game might not be for you. But if you are as excited as I am for Dragonsdogma 2 to come out and you want guides and build videos for it, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Have a nice day and I see you next time.